Hey family, it's me here again on our success stories. We focus on how we impact life positively, and we are overwhelmed with the support we are receiving, the recommendations. People are asking so many questions, and we are really glad that by that we realize that we're actually impacting lives in a positive way. So we are really humbled. Continue to give us more recommendations on ways on how to improve. So on our success stories journey, today we focus on a young man who graduated some few years back, and despite the challenges he went through in trying to get his further studies outside the country, he was frustrated. He was rejected twice to go to Canada, but he never gave up. Just the way we comrades, we are rejected in our relationship and we end up committing suicide. Just jump on the next train and find the right partner and you move on. But I believe that is a story for another day, because we are going to focus on relationship matters soon. So today we bring you the success story of Kelvin Komen, who is living his dream in Australia. He went there January this year, and he's doing his masters and working at the same time. So allow me to bring on board Kelvin Komen to give his side of story. Thank you. Okay, Kelvin Komen, welcome to our today's show. Briefly tell us about yourself. Give us the background about your family, about your education, and so far what you're doing in Australia.
My name is Kelvin Komen. I'm brought up in a family of 9. There is 7 siblings and of course 2 parents. I was born in Baringo County, a village called Kamogoi, Barwesa. And we were there for a while, and then my father is by profession and my mom is a farmer. So yeah, I remember that time my dad got a transfer letter to come to Wasingishu, that is Eldoret, to be specific, a place called Moiben. And yeah, so we were there back home in Baringo. So after like 3-4 years, my dad had already settled down, and he really wanted us to move out of the other place, of which I would say maybe it was a bit difficult because of the climate, the weather and everything. So yeah, we had to move to Eldoret, that is in Wasingishu County, a place called Moiben. So we moved there a long time ago, and that is where I would say we grew up, because that is where we went to school and everything. We grew up in Wasingishu County. We went to school, primary school, a school called Maibaiki Primary School, and I did my KCSE in the year 2010, and the results were not so bad, I would say. I managed to join, I got an admission to Kemelai Boys High School, a school in Nandi County, in the year 2011, and I finished my Form 4 in the year 2014, and the results were good. I managed to get a grade whereby it was a direct, it enabled me to secure a chance in university, and that was Kibabi Uni, where I completed my 844 there.
Briefly tell us, when did you graduate, and apart from graduating, are you doing anything or something like work in Australia?
And that is really very common here, and that everybody does the job, and yeah, they're really good. The pay rates are very okay. And talking of that, I would say it's possible to make more money in Australia, so long as you know what brought you here, and you know what you have to do, like your achievements, helping your family members, and yeah, helping your family members and anyone else maybe who might need your help in one way or another. So I would say I'm gonna give an approximation of monthly salary. I'm not going to disclose like the exact money that I'm getting paid, but just an approximation on a monthly basis. So I'm doing currently I'm working with 2 companies, and I would say of the 2 companies, I would approximate like I'm getting a salary of between 500 to 800 Kenya shillings. Oh, sorry, I meant 500,000 to 800,000 Kenya shillings. Yeah, so I would say, I would repeat this: so long as you know what brought you here, you have your plans, you have your goals, you have your plans, what you want to achieve, you'll really make good money here in Australia. Yeah. So talking of that, I might also want to say with the 5 months that I've been here in Australia, it's been really good, that I would like to thank God for, and my parents as well, for the great job they are doing. And of the 5 months, I would really say that I'm happy to what I've achieved already, and what I'm still planning to achieve. So I'm really very much happy, because looking back and where I am right now, I would say it's God. It's really God who does all this, and of course hard work as well. So I would also talk of the biggest factor behind my current success. I would say is one of them is all about being focused, having your plans, of course being very being very ready to listen to other people, and of course we also have education, because if it was not meant for education, I wouldn't be here right now. So education also is a very, very big factor behind, in as much as in I'm not yet successful, but to where I am right now, I would say I'm at least somewhere. And above all, it's all about discipline. It doesn't cost you anything to just respect or to be disciplined to your parents, to your teachers, to your lecturers, and everyone else. I would also say being optimistic, because if I was not very optimistic about everything, then believe me, I wouldn't be where I am right now. So yeah, I'm also going to talk about like who inspired me throughout my life. Big shout out to my parents. They are really the key factor behind the people who really inspired me, and the people who really made me very, very close friends. And everyone had his or her own dream country, and for me, I really wanted to come to Australia. And I remember even them, like we were calling each other names, like for instance they were calling me Australian. So that is one of the things that really motivated me as well. Like I really work hard and make sure that I make my dream come to pass. So yeah, in the year 2021, of course 2019 we had COVID here and there, because I really wanted to start the process, but then there was COVID, so, and there was really total lockdown, so I had to just postpone my journey and doing something else, of course. And then in the year 2021, of course I had already applied for my passport, and I was just waiting to start up the process. And because that time Australia was really on total lockdown, then I had also some of my friends here in Australia, like who really kept on motivating me as well, to really make sure that my dream come to pass. So we were keeping in touch here and there. And then I remember talking to one of my friends who is also in Australia, and he told me, you know what, my friend, Australia is really in, or rather on total lockdown, so I think we can try somewhere else, which is not also which is also a nice country to, of course, in terms of the education and also in terms of opportunities. And he told me we can try Canada because it's also a nice country. So I told him, it's fine, thank you for the advice, I'm gonna do that. Then I started off my journey. I did my research. I really tried to find out which states are the best in Canada, and which schools. And there is this school by the name University of Windsor. That is where I settled in. And then I remember I visited an agency company who helps students to go study abroad. Sorry. And I really wanted to inquire more before I started the process. Going there, they advised me, they told me that Canada is open despite the COVID-19, but when you go there, of course, you'll go to quarantine for like 2 weeks before you're free in the country. So yeah, I told them that is really good, and we're going to start the process. So we started the process soon. We applied for a school, and I waited for at least 2 months before the school responded, before they gave me the offer. And they gave me the offer. Of course, there are some other conditions that you need to comply before proceeding to like applying for visa and everything. So yeah, I complied everything, like paying some deposits, and then after that they gave me acceptance letter, of which now gave me go ahead to launch my visa. So yeah, I launched my visa, my first visa, in the month of October. I remember very well, 16th of October 2021. And yeah, I waited for at least 3 months before the embassy gave me feedback, or rather responded. And it was really very disappointing getting a refusal. And it was really hard for me, like I felt like giving up. But talking to my friends, family members, they really motivated me that we need to give it a chance, and then we see what will happen. So the good thing is they normally give a second chance to reapply for visa and comply with depending with the refusal, with the reason that I gave you. If you comply with that, then it will be okay. So I had to reapply for my visa. It was in January, because I got a refusal on 7th of January 2022, and then I reapplied on 24th of January 2022. And then it really took a lot of time before now they gave me the feedback. To be precise, they took like 7 months, because they gave me the feedback in the month of August 2022, 4th of August 2022. And the feedback was negative again. I got a refusal, and then I was like, this is done. Like, I felt like giving up, but talking to my friends again, they told me not to give up. Maybe that Canada was not meant for you. Maybe you can try Australia now, because Australia was now open. I had to start now my journey to Australia. That is my dream country, and I really said to myself that sometimes, like, things happen, you never know the reason as to why they happen, and God has a reason for that. So I started my journey. I started my process in the month of August again. Of course, visited an agent. I used the same agency, but different now people, different staff. Of course, I had done my research. I remember I did the research as well during that time before settling up with Canada. I had also done some other research in Australia, because that is my dream country. So yeah, I started the process. Everything was set. I applied for a school. The agent applied for a school. We applied like 4 schools, and it took at least 1.5 months before I got a feedback. And it was really very, very much okay, because the offer came, and it was an unconditional offer. Like, they didn't ask for bank statements or English language test. So the only thing was to pay for school fees, apply for visa, and then just wait for visa. When the feedback comes and it's positive, you just move to Australia. So we applied for the school came, complied with the terms and conditions, paid school fees, then got the confirmation of enrollment from the school. We had to gather everything, then applied for my visa, went for biometrics and medicals, and then waited for the feedback. And the feedback came on 5th of December 2022, and it was positive, and I really thank God for that, for everything. And I was so happy getting like a visa for your dream country. It's really a good feeling. So that is how I managed to come to Australia after the long journey, the challenges that I faced, and everything. So coming now to Australia, I would say it's a nice country, full of job opportunities, and reaching in Australia, there's some other paperwork you need to do before you apply for jobs here and there. And I did everything, applied for jobs, got jobs, and I would say the pay rates are really very, very good, that I can as well encourage people to come over and we hustle together. If you allow me, I can just share an approximation that I can make in a fortnight or 2 weeks or in a month. So talking of the jobs, most of the jobs here in Australia is basically working with disability agencies or companies, people who really made me who I am right now, and I would really like to thank them. They really did an amazing job. Also to my teachers in primary school, high school, and of course in my uni, I would really like to thank my lecturers, one of them being Dr. Sylvia Sirai, who is one of my motivating factor, who really as well encouraged me very much, because I remember that time while we were in class, or yeah, it will really talk of it will really motivate us and talk more of like just because it said education is a continuous process. You cannot like finish it anytime soon, but it's a continuous process. Same as learning as well is a continuous process. So it will really encourage us. And I remember he even told us like, I would really like you to maybe like after your bachelor's, if you have the chance to just continue with your master's, just proceed, and then it will be really good. Of which that is really something that motivated me as well. So I really wanted to finish my bachelor's and just proceed to master's, more so to do MBA, that is Masters in Business Administration, which I'm really doing it right now, and I really like to thank them very, very much. And yeah, I would also like to encourage someone, more so of students who maybe are waiting to join uni in the month of September. First of all, I would say, or I would really encourage them that they need to set up their academic standards and to be like clear about what they want in life. Once like you know what you want in life, and then it will be really very easy for you like to do that. And of course, I would also say that being optimistic, like just be always positive about what you do, in as much as in you can get like negative comments or something regarding something that you are doing. Just be optimistic and never give up in this life, because if it was meant like giving up, I would have really given up a long time ago. But because of being optimistic and just not losing hope of what you're doing is really something that will guide you as well. Like you can achieve what you want so long as you're focused, you're determined, and you know what you want. And above all, of course, to be disciplined, respect other people's opinions and everything. So yeah, and also I would say like meeting new people and sharing ideas, because you can't do it alone. Like it's always good to seek for ideas, especially even for our lecturers back in uni. Like you can try as much as possible to consult him or her, like I'm doing this course, what do you think, like the returns of this course? Am I going to get something in future, like in terms of like job opportunities and everything? So yeah, it's always good to of course ask for something, or rather consult something that you're not sure of. And yeah, I promise you this, everything gonna be very, very okay. So what I would really like to encourage like everyone, more so students, let's always keep trying. Let's keep trying. Let's never lose hope in this life. Let's be determined. Like
So guys, as you can see, these beautiful stories, these are the stories we want to hear. These are the stories we want to inspire you. These are the stories we want to help you reach your full potential. So we are glad. Please keep on liking our page, keep on subscribing, invite your friends to join us so that you can move together as a family. We are going to tell you about how to even venture to further your studies. For those who have graduated and still are finding it hard, we'll come up with a step-by-step process on how you can get visa, how you can process your application, so that you can also go there and further your dreams in the outside the country. Thank you, and see you on the next video.